Hi there! It turns out that it is not only people who can find common ground and have a wonderful time with each other, but also animals of all kinds. We will show how incredibly touching and sincere it can be in our story today. A photographer from Norway unknowingly became a witness to an amazing example of friendship between a German Shepherd dog, Tinny, and a young fox named Sniffer. A couple of years ago, a sly little fox came to the house in search of something tasty and immediately found common ground with Tinny. Now the animals spend almost all of their time together and are not at all worried about the fact that they are different from each other. They are soulmates. Together they run, frolic, swim in the river, and sometimes sleep cuddling against one another. Before, I would have not believed that this was possible, the photographer exclaimed. These animals are so amazing that my heart is broken at the thought of thousands of foxes such as Sniffer are being killed for luxury fur coats. And this is not the only case of strange friendship. Here are some more interesting examples. A 3-year-old Dutch Shepherd, a therapy dog named Osiris, had it difficult as a puppy. The owners picked him up as a hungry puppy in an empty, cold parking lot, fed him, raised him, surrounded him with care, and taught him how to help people. And everything was fine. But this was not enough for Osiris, a single guy with no friend who could always be there and understand him without words. It was like this until the riff rat appeared in the house. Though blind and weak, it was sheltered and fed from a pipette. The little rat survived, got stronger, grew up, and although it still easily fits in Osiris's mouth, the dog is not going to eat it, but he is always welcome to play and lick it on the nose. It seems that this is contrary to human logic, but you cannot command your feelings. These shots were taken in the Myrtle Beach Safari Park. The black Labrador Bella and the good-natured African elephant Bubbles are good friends, and according to the owner, they became friends on the basis of a common love for water. When the elephant enters the water, the dog gladly climbs on his back or head, using him as an observation tower or elevation for an epic jump. According to the director of the park, Bella fell in love with the good-natured giant at first sight. Bubbles was orphaned when he was still quite small. Employees of the California park decided to help the elephant and brought him to her. So, the African elephant came overseas and met Bella. Together they eat, bathe, love to lie on the grass, and play with a tennis ball. A wonderful story of a deer named Pippin and a dog named Kate inspired Martin Springett to write a book, Kate and Pippin, an unlikely love story. It all started with the fact that the wife of the author, Isabel Springett, picked up a little deer, left without a mother. No one could have imagined that their dog Kate would have accepted the baby as her own. The maternal instincts of Kate were way stronger than the differences between them. The baby deer took her for her mother, who not only fed the little one, but also gave him warmth and care. Now Pippin has grown up and feels like a member of a large, happy, and friendly family. When a huge snake named Oshan refused to eat frozen mice, anxious workers at the Tokyo Zoo decided to diversify the menu and throw a hamster at him that they call Gohan, which means food. However, instead of appreciating and humoring the staff and eating the baby hamster, Oshan offered him friendship. Since then, the hamster and the snake live in the same cage. The hamster quickly became accustomed to the surroundings and feels like he is at home. He freely walks around the terrarium and sleeps wrapped in the snake's rings. I have never seen anything like it. Friends, how would you like such an example of friendship? Write in the comments if you would have believed this if you had not seen it for yourself. In 2001, police found an unusual find in the basement of a drug dealer from Atlanta: the cubs of a North American black bear, an African lion, and a Bengal tiger. The little ones were extremely exhausted and transported to the Noah's Ark shelter in Georgia the same day. At the time they were only a few months old. All three of them were scared and desperately pressed together. Thanks to the correct treatment and care of the staff at the animal shelter, the animals quickly recovered. They settled in a wooden house in a spacious fenced area. In March 2016, the incredible family celebrated their 15th anniversary of living together. For all this time, the animals have never seriously quarreled. In honor of the anniversary, Baloo, Leo, and Shere Khan staged a real holiday. Unfortunately, almost immediately after that, Leo was diagnosed with inoperable liver cancer, and the animal was put to sleep. Baloo and Shere Khan remained together and continued to generously share their warmth and care. When in 2004, giant tsunami waves hit the coast of Kenya, a 650-pound hippopotamus found itself in a coral reef trap. But the animal was lucky. The locals of the nearby village pulled it in with a fishing net. They called the baby Owen and drove 50 miles to the reserve Holler Park. There, to the general surprise of the staff, the hippo very quickly found a girlfriend of the 130-year-old giant turtle MZ. According to experts, Owen was attracted by the color and round shape of the turtle, which reminded him of his dead mother. A year later, the relationship between the hippopotamus and the tortoise strengthened and grew into a friendship. Owen and MZ wake each other up for dinner, bask in the pond for hours, and sleep cuddled together. Experts on turtle habits say that Owen took over the habits of MZ, went to sleep at night, and prefers her diet to traditional diets of hippos. The turtle in turn follows Owen everywhere, plays with him in the pond, and even pulls out her neck so the hippo can lick it. And what is the most funny thing? The couple has developed its own standard of communication, something resembling a soft whimpering of an infant, which starts with one and is picked up by the other. The owl, Poldy, and Belgian Shepherd Ingo are another stunning example of friendship and wonderful mutual understanding of living creatures of completely different species. Dogs like Ingo are usually used by the police. The dog is well-mannered, obedient, and patient, but Poldy causes a lot of trouble. But it is worth watching them when they are together, and all these minor problems seem so small. Dogs and owls can really understand each other, but how they manage it, for us people, remains a mystery. A no less original example of friendship was observed in the South Carolina Reserve. The orangutan Saria and the dog Roscoe have grown together. They met when Saria noticed the homeless dog Roscoe, who accidentally wandered onto the animal center. The rangers decided to leave the dog and allowed him to spend time in hopes that the bored Saria would finally get a friend. Orangutans are very intelligent animals and prefer to be with company and not alone. Today they have no time to miss. A friendly and active orangutan is walking the dog around the perimeter of the reserve and accepting water favors. At the center of this little story is an English spaniel named Jess, who became the adoptive father of 4 orphan lambs at once. And I must say, he copes with his mission just perfectly. Of course, the initiative belongs to the owner of Jess, who decided to experiment as a joke, but to his surprise, the dog not only met the expectations of the farmer, but miraculously entered the role of a father. There are hundreds of amazing and true stories from the life of animals, and it was not very easy to select the most vivid and memorable, because each of them are worthy of their own separate book. But they all prove that friendship, sincerity, and love can overcome any differences. And if animals can do it, then what is stopping us humans? Why do we need these conflicts and disunity that will result in hate? This is a unique time where we can increase generosity and joy in the world. After all, this doesn't require much. Begin to accept others as they are and be the first to extend the hand of friendship. What do you say, friends? Write your opinions in the comments. Our issue today has come to an end, but if you like it, hit the like button to this video. We would be very grateful for that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.